Can an insurance company refuse to pay a claim? Do insurance companies sometimes refuse to pay car accident claims? Yes, they do. A lot of times what will happen is someone gets in a car accident. They've hit you, you've been hit, you're injured. Well, they have a duty to cooperate with their insurance company under the law. What will happen is they will refuse to cooperate with their insurance company because they don't want their insurance company to pay the claim. Or they feel like they didn't do anything wrong. So their insurance company will call them and say, what happened? And they'll say, oh, I don't know, or I didn't get in an accident, or it was their fault. Their insurance company will then deny your claim, and you'll have to hire an experienced personal injury attorney to file a lawsuit on your behalf. It's time to contact a personal injury attorney. Whether your accident was with a standard vehicle or an 18-wheeler semi-truck, working with an attorney can spare you the headache of fighting the insurance company. That way you can focus on healing and getting back to your life. Here's a guide. What can I do if an insurance company denies my claim after a car accident? If an insurance company denies your claim after a car accident, you're going to receive a letter from that insurance company denying your claim. Keep the letter or request a duplicate copy. Bring a copy of your denial letter along with you to the free consultation with a reputable personal injury lawyer. You will also want to bring any photos, documentation, any other supporting evidence to your attorney so they can evaluate the strength of your case and advise you on how to proceed. Whatever you do, don't just lie down and accept the insurance company's refusal to pay you. That's exactly what they're hoping you're going to do. The insurance companies are counting on you not to do anything. They're counting on you failing to take legal action until after the statute of limitations is run. They're basically home free from liability if you don't do anything. So don't waste your time and don't waste your energy yelling over the phone or threatening a lawsuit. Insurance companies won't take you seriously until you actually hire a lawyer and send a demand letter. It's only after that time that they'll change their tune. Do I file a claim with my own car insurance or the other drivers? Actually, you need to do both. You need to contact your insurance company, tell them exactly what happened, and document your injuries. After that call is done and you've documented your injuries, contact their insurance company and report the same thing. Make sure that you tell the insurance company everything that's hurting, everything that's bothering you. Whether it's small or big, at least they'll have the documentation. Don't ever give an insurance company a recorded statement. While you are required to help your insurance company investigate the case, you're not required to help the other person's insurance company investigate the case. If they've asked you for a recorded statement, simply say no and that you'll have your attorney contact them. You should always file a claim with your own insurance company after the accident. But whether and how much your own insurer will have to pay will depend on your degree of fault in the accident and whether you live in a no-fault state or a fault state. In a fault state, like Texas, the driver judged to be less responsible for causing the accident will recover insurance money from the at-fault driver's policy. This is why it is always vital to exchange contact and insurance information with the other driver after an accident. You can take pictures of their driver's license, take pictures of their insurance card, take pictures of your vehicle, their vehicle. Make sure you take pictures of the scene of the accident. If there's any street signs indicating where you were or what traffic signals were supposed to be obeyed, make sure you take pictures of that as well. We have found that it's important to actually take pictures of the person that you were in the accident with. Don't just trust their identification. We've actually had cases where the person had identification and insurance, but it didn't end up being the person that was actually driving. But one of our clients recently took a picture of the actual driver of the other vehicle, which helped us pursue their claim. Can I file an insurance claim after an accident if I'm the one that's at fault? Yes, you should file a claim if you're at fault. Why is that? Well, because your insurance company can help cover your own potential liability in an accident and help protect you from the out-of-pocket costs. Having said that, never automatically assume that you're at fault for an accident, and don't take the blame at the scene. Never say you're sorry. The fact is that emotions run high after a car wreck, even if it's only a fender bender. Oftentimes, both drivers are shaken up and a little disoriented, which is not the time to make any judgment calls about who is ultimately to blame for the collision. Besides, it's not your responsibility to determine who's at fault. That task will fall on the insurance company, the lawyers, and potentially the court. How can I make sure an insurance company doesn't deny my claim? Well, the reality is that you can't. You can't proactively stop an insurance company from denying a claim. Insurance companies are always going to be looking for every reason to deny your claim. They're going to look for every reason to argue that the accident wasn't their driver's fault. But there are some things you can do to make it harder for them to deny your claim. Simply remain calm at the scene. Exchange your information and take plenty of pictures. Ask for any witness's contact information. Call the police and make a report. Note the weather and what the road conditions were. Get your own estimate for your property damage. Don't just rely on the insurance company's estimate. And go get medical attention right away. If you need to go to the emergency room, go. Whether it's by the ambulance or having someone take you, go that same day. The earlier you get documentation of all of your injuries, the better for your case. Even if you feel fine, a lot of times after car crashes, injuries aren't apparent, and you may not even feel pain right away. It's really important to document all of your injuries. The more documentation you have, the easier it is for your lawyer to prove to the insurance company that you deserve compensation. Should I take a settlement offer from an insurance company after a car accident? No, you shouldn't. Not without consulting a personal injury attorney first. Insurance companies are always trying to minimize your claim. If they can get you to take some offer over the phone without evaluating anything, the facts of the accident, the severity of your injuries, or the applicable law, then they've minimized your claim. They haven't had to spend any money investigating your claim. They haven't had to spend any time working on your claim. An experienced attorney can maximize your claim. In most cases, an insurance company will try to get away with offering you as little as possible to make you simply go away. As a condition of the measly settlement they initially offer, they will try to have you sign a release form that says you won't pursue any additional claims related to the accident. It's important not to sign anything until you learn the full extent of your injuries. Without any diagnostic testing, seeing doctors, or even specialists, you may not know what the severity of your injuries are. If you have injuries that later you come to find out are more serious, long-term and debilitating, such as spinal injuries or a traumatic brain injury, you won't be allowed to seek any additional compensation to cover your future medical bills or future impairment. What is the timeline for getting paid by an insurance company after a car accident? That's a really good question, and a question that we get from nearly every client. Unfortunately, we can't guarantee the time frame, and we can't guarantee you an amount. In Texas, you have to file a crash report, which is a Form CR-2, within 10 days of a car accident that has potential damages in excess of $1,000, but only if the police were not called to the scene. Generally, when the police come to a scene, they're going to make a report. One of the exceptions to that is if it's in a parking lot. Since a parking lot is a private property, the police will come if you called them just to assess the situation and generally make sure that everyone's safe, but they're not going to write a report for you. In Texas, the statute of limitations on car accident is 2 years from the date of the accident. If you want to sue the at-fault driver for compensation and damages, you're going to have to do so within that time frame, or your case can be barred. What if I was in a wreck with a semi-truck, 18-wheeler, or a big rig? If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident involving a semi-truck, 18-wheeler, or big rig, you're likely going to be entitled to significant compensation. Most 18-wheeler or big rig accidents are fairly catastrophic. Trucking companies also tend to carry massive commercial insurance policies to protect them from liability, meaning that the amount you stand to recover in an insurance claim or lawsuit is far above and beyond what you would expect to recover in a normal car crash. In lawsuits involving accidents between commercial trucks and personal vehicles, plaintiffs tend to recover more if the truck driver was drunk, intoxicated, willfully negligent, or if the driver rear-ended them or hit them while they were stopped in traffic. In cases where it's 18-wheeler versus 18-wheeler, the insurance companies are going to fight it out to determine who's at fault. We specialize in trucking accidents in our Texas practice, so whether you're a commercial driver or a regular driver, please call us to see how we can help you. Do I need an insurance company lawyer near me? If you've been involved in a car or semi-truck accident in Texas and an insurance company is refusing to pay or offering you less than what you deserve, we recommend finding the very best personal injury lawyer in your area to advocate for you. At Attorney911, we're fully committed to getting you the full compensation you're entitled to, and we won't settle for anything less. If you have any questions, please give us a call or email us. It's our job to protect victims like you. We want to hear your story and see how we can help. Thank you for watching.